There's a saying in fiqh, إذا جاء الوضوء بطل التيمم, that when there is wudu, then you don't need tayammum. But I hope that the Shaykh, inshallah, will correct me and rectify any of my faults and mistakes later, inshallah. May Allah bless and preserve our Shaykh and all the Imam of the Masjid. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, إِنَّمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا لَعِبٌ وَلَهْوٌ وَزِينَةٌ وَتَفَاخُرٌ بَيْنَكُمْ وَتَكَاثُرٌ فِي الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَوْلَادِ. See, when you create an object or you possess something, you know the intricacies, you know how it operates, you know its true value. You have your car, you know what it is. You have your children, you know who they are. You have your house, you know what's perfect, you know what's defective. And when Allah created the dunya, He knows exactly what this dunya is. So He tells us that this dunya, إِنَّمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا, this dunya that you live in, it's la'ib, it's amusement, zina, beautification, tafakhur, boasting, takathur, competing in children, competing in wealth. Now we've heard of this verse, but I'm just going to give a different explanation to it a little bit. The first stage Allah mentions is la'ib. This is from 0 till 10. Children, all they do, they play. It looks good on them. Children are strange. They play with their food and eat their toys. The second stage is zina. And zina is beautification. This is from 11 till 20. You'll see them with the different alphabets on their heads. The drip has to look a certain way, because after 20, then the hair starts going and all of these, then you can't comb it anyway. The third stage, the second stage is lahu, from 11 till 20, wasting time, chilling. The teenagers, what are they doing? We're just chilling, we're just gaming all night long. We're just playing games. Then you have zina from 21 till 30. That's when you're in college, you drive a nice car, you got a little bit of money in your pocket, working on that minimum wage, alhamdulillah, and you start looking more prettier. Then from 31 till 40, you have tafakhur. You're there boasting. This is my degree, this is my job, this is the position I have. Then 41 till 50, takathurun fil amwali wal awlad. This is how much money I have, this is what my children are doing. Outside we'll praise the children, at home we'll say you're the worst. And then after 50, then you have diabetes and you have cholesterol and all the health problems. And that's the mukhtasar life that you have. This is the, in brief, reality of the life that we have. That no pleasure and no focus that we have remains. It constantly changes. What I wanted when I was 5, 6 years old is not what I want when I'm 12, 13, 14, 15. My desires as a teenager is not what I want in my 20s. What my aspirations were in 30 is no longer what I want in my 40s. And that's the reality of life. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam briefly says, "Ightanim khamsan qabla khamsin." Value 5 before 5. We know this hadith. Shababaka qabla harimik. Your youth before you become old. Sihatika qabla saqamik. Your health before your sickness. Faraghaka qabla shughlik. Your free time before you become busy. وَغِنَاكَ قَبْلَ فَقَرِكَ. Your wealth before you become poor. وَحَيَاتَكَ قَبْلَ مَمَاتِكَ. And your life before you are no longer living. Value every moment that you have in time. How do you value it? Do it with taqwa. Because this dunya is transitory. No pleasure, no desire, no pain lasts. It all goes away. The moment you have now, make the best of the moment. Value it. Ghanima. Ghanima is mali, ghanima is what you get out of the spoils of war. But Allah's giving you blessings. And these ni'mas, value them, focus on them. The difficulties are few, the blessings are many. And Allama Iqbal says it very beautifully. He says, Jisne suraj ke shuaon ko giraftar kiya. Jisne suraj ke shuaon ko giraftar kiya. Zindagi ke shab-e tarik seher kar na saka. We have been able to capture the light from the sun and power our homes and our cars with it. But we have not been able to lighten our own lives. And how? How? I'm going to say one story and that's it, inshallah. Because when we look at the lives of the Sahaba, radwanullahi alayhim ajma'in, they had so much less than us, most of them. But they were so much more happier than us. And the formula they use is remarkable because they understood this dunya. When they read these verses and they heard these ahadith of the Prophet ﷺ, they digested it. It was part of how they operated. There's a narration by Jarir radiallahu ta'ala anhu. I believe Imam Nawawi rahimahullah mentions this. and Sharaf Kitab al-Iman of Sahih Muslim. Jarir radiallahu anhu goes and buys a horse. And the horse was for about 200 dirham, $200, $500. Takes the horse, goes a little bit, and says, this is a nice horse, man. Many of us are buying cars, and the market's bad, so many of us probably are selling cars. So we know how the haggling situation goes. He takes the horse, walks, and he says, you know what, this horse is pretty nice. Goes back and says, listen, I know I bought it for 200. Here's a little more because this horse is nicer. This horse is really nice. Then he starts riding it. He says, oh no, this is a really nice horse. He goes back and he gives him more. And he keeps on doing this few times until finally he reaches the amount of 800 dirham, 4 times its value. The fatwa was 200 was enough. He made the deal. It's done now. When 2 people make a transaction, they decide that's the deal, that's the done deal. But the taqwa was what? That I know by me giving to this person, Allah is seeing what I'm doing. Allah is seeing that in this moment I've made another person happier. I made them smile. I empowered them. I strengthened them. And Allah sees all. And if I am Allah's at this moment, Allah will be mine forever. For when I need Allah later on. Because they understood that this dunya is transitory. They understood the value of their blessings. They understood that it's meaningless. They understood that it's not going to last. They know that their health, their wealth is not going to last. But this moment is what I have right now, and let me spend it in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because we are in a dark world. And this is light. And this is what's going to brighten our hearts inside. I do dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enlightens all of us. I do dua that Allah blesses and grows your community. MashaAllah, mashallah, I walked in and I'm getting Ramadan vibes over here, Jum'ah vibes, Eid vibes, mashallah. May Allah always strengthen this community, grow this community, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you all the community that other communities in America can aspire and become like you all. Jazakallah khair. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.
إن المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات والقانتين والقانتات والصادقين والصادقات والصابرين والصابرات والخاشعين والخاشعين والخاشعات والمتصدقين والمتصدقات والصائمين والصائمات والحافظين فروجهم والحافظات والذاكرين الله كثيرا والذاكرات أعد الله لهم مغفرة وأجرا عظيما.